Hey guys, welcome back to another perfume review. I'm your host Harry, and in today's episode we're gonna compare two perfumes. They are the same perfume, just different concentration. One it's EDP, one it's EDT. You know this perfume very well. It's one of the best, most well-known perfumes, designer perfumes out there. It has a long history. It has a lot of people who love it, a lot of people who don't understand it, and some people who just hate it. I'm talking about Terre. This is the EDT version, and as I said in a previous video that I made a review just for the EDT, it's one of my favorite perfumes of all time. For the people who didn't see my review or haven't heard a lot about the EDT version, it has this duality that I love. Classy, yet this sex appeal, this wild side, this darker side. And it encompasses that duality by having this dirty vetiver and having this juicy yet earthy orange feel to it. By earthy, I mean like an orange fall in the mud, and you pick it and you smell it and it has this dirty feel, but you still get this orange scent into it. And it's a great duality. It's a great scent to go on a classy date, for a drink, for food, and have this, and you're classy and nicely dressed, but also has this sex appeal in it, and of course I love it for that. Now, his older brother, the EDP version, is not that different, but has some key differences that makes it stand apart from the other one. If I had to choose between them, and maybe some people are watching this video just to find which one is better, which one I choose, which one you should choose, I will just tell you more about it. Personally, EDT is always the best choice for me, but that's my personality. That's what I want out of a perfume. What you might want, what the majority might want out of a perfume like this, could possibly be the EDP version. The reason for that is simple, and we're gonna go right into it by smelling them both. I'll smell first the EDP, since I'm more familiar with the EDT version by wearing it so much. I can tell you that much. In the opening, they're very similar, but the major key difference: the EDT will start with more of a punch. It's more dirty, it's more earthy, it's more bold. Meanwhile, the EDP version will go straight to subdued and subtle and a little bit smoother around the edges than the EDT version. You'll go straight to earth vibes, but they're more relaxed. The EDT is more tense. That's why I said it has this sex appeal, this wild side into it, this anxiety, creating this anxiety while you're aware of doing something, while you're still dressed well. While this is more relaxed, it's more refined. It's almost like, a lot of people complained about this, which I'm not saying this is true, but and then they went and created this. Now, I'm not saying this is true at all, but I'm just saying if you smell it side by side, you can see a lot of people loving this for how bold and exciting of an opening creates, and also you can tell that some people would want something more refined than this, and then you have the EDP version. Of course, the woodiness and the earthiness, it's there in both versions. The orange is different a little bit. You have more dirty of an orange, like I said, falling on the ground in the mud, has that little dirty orange vibe into it, while the EDP version is just less of this dirtiness. But when I say less, don't take it as something bad. Some people want less of a specific thing, not because it's too much, but because it just doesn't work for them. Terre is a great perfume, and it commands you to be in a specific mood, in a specific setting, specifically dressed for that event. And some people don't want to have this edge while they are in this situation. If you want to go in a fancy dinner, a fancy drink with your date, maybe you don't want to stick out too much for those reasons. Maybe you don't want this dirtiness. Maybe you don't want this earthy, wet grass on your neck to pop up that much. Maybe you want a little bit more refinement. No, that's your personality. And I love when EDP and EDT versions are similar, but not that similar that you don't need to have them both. I can see myself going to the EDT version if I want a little bit of sexiness in it, because I love this edge, I love this dirtiness that it provides, I love this sharpness. I understand also this sharpness might not be for a lot of people. So I also see myself wearing this in more relaxed situations, maybe more business-like situations, because both of them are amazing for suit and tie, both of them are amazing for a dress shirt, both of them are amazing for formal situations. But this one, when you are in a date with your other half and you still want to have this edge in you, you still want your other half to go closer on your neck and smell it and be like, what is this? You know, it creates this anxiety, this excitement, this nice smell in you, this weird smell that's not really bright or sexy. It's a little bit dark, a little woody, a little mysterious. But this is perfect for the situations where you want to look amazing, you want to take charge of the situation, you want to dress sharp, and you want to look refined. It all comes down to personality. It comes to personality and the situation where you're gonna be inside. So both of them are really great perfumes, and those are the key differences. People who love wood, who like a nice wood scent, they will prefer the EDP version, as I find it going faster to those woody notes. The EDT version takes its time by just being more loud and obnoxious in a nice way, reminding you of this wet grass surrounding you. Could you possibly want to have both of those perfumes in your collection? The only reason I say why you should have both of them is if you tried one of them and you really enjoyed it so much that after a period of time you want the same thing but with a slight edge. Maybe you loved EDT and now you want something that you can reminded of the EDT version but with some key differences, and let's say a little bit more subtle, a little bit more refined, subdued, classy, and less of an edge. Or maybe if you loved the EDP version, maybe you want something a little bit different but in the same category, and a little bit more sexy, a little bit more dirty, a little bit more edginess, and then you go to the EDT. If you don't care about that, if you've never experienced any of those two, I would suggest you go smell both of them. And you will choose depending your personality, depending who you are, how you like to dress, how you like to speak to people, how you want people to perceive you. And simply talking, the accessory you will choose will match your personality. If you're a little bit more out there, loving a little bit of edge, loving a little bit of duality, have this love for excitement, but also anxiety, bringing anxiety to your person next to you by not really understanding if they love this scent or it's a weird scent. And that's why I love EDT. It was the first perfume that made me go, a lot of people don't like it on me. I really enjoy it. Some people love it for the right reasons. And it's not this amazing smell. It's not this delicious smell. It's not something that when you wear, people will go, oh my god, this is the best perfume ever, because it smells so good. It's something that they will have to think about. They will go, this is very interesting, I want to smell more of it, so they can create an opinion about it. Perfumes are made to smell good. So saying a perfume smells good, it's not really a compliment. But saying a perfume is interesting, saying a perfume it's unique, saying a perfume needs time for you to wrap your head around its ideas and its personality, that's a real compliment, and that's why I love Hermes. As far as the EDP version, it has a lot of the same qualities but goes in a different direction, and I can respect it for that. So I'm gonna leave you with that. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I know a lot of you love this perfume. Hopefully that made your mind in which way to go. I'm Harry, and I'm gonna see you in another video. Take care, guys.